Today, from FedEx Field in...
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And the return will stop right around the 25. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Fisher. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 17, Murray works over the middle. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Murray. And this is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup there. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Murray now. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Murray going to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Murray a give. This is counter. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And this one is right through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 5 catches, 69 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Got him, man. It's Diaby Brown, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Back to throw.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now back to throw. That one is slant to McLaurin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dwayne Smoot, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 6-0 our score after 1. Second and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff to Connor. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On the ground, Benjamin. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Connor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. That's Reyes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trucks over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He finds his man, complete. It's Fisher.
Offside defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Come on, guys, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And Murray, he's going to run with it himself. Murray has the 1st down and more. And down right around the 37. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Screen pass to Connor. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Murray. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it with Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught here by Griffin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. De'Ami Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Here's Murray. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Second and 9 now. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barnett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw here. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Patterson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll drop the throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Murray now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's more. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Shotgun now from Murray. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. Ertz has it left side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now Murray's got to have this one. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Washington will take control of the football in great field position. And he gets it down to the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. And they take a knee. Second and 11 now. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Washington, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to
Today.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is Tony Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Prescott on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Complete. Smith has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Prescott from the gun. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and the Bears take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Throwing on third down, Fields. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. A give. This is Montgomery. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Back to Montgomery on second down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really...
Touchdown Bears! Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now Pollard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Eddie Goldman with a sack. After the sack on first down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Third and long for Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play here for Dallas. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
On third down, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Neville Gallimore. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete.
A I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott now from the 50. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Fields now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts. They want some. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Prescott. Now he's flushed out right. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll run with Montgomery. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Once more, Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
A first down throw for Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Eddie Goldman able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Prescott. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Fields on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Micah Parsons. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. To try again after the sack. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Bryant has it. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as he's on to kick it away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. On first down, it's Fields. He gets this to Coulter complete. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 7 yards, the pickup there. On second down, it's Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Fields. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And this one too low.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. The give is to Elliott, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Steps away to his left. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd down. Here's Fields. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. On deck at 9, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott to throw it. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. Find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Fields. And that's going to be caught by Coulter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw from the gun. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott down. Going to throw right side here, complete. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. To throw is Fields. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A huge play there for Chicago.
For a quarterback, There's two sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Fields. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle to Smith. 7 yards the pickup there. From midfield now on 2nd down. Prescott.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked picked off by Trayvon Diggs. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the